So I just got back from Korea. I didn't just get back from Korea. I got back from Korea like almost a month ago. Well, okay, I went to Korea, I went to South Korea, and then I went to Vietnam. And yeah, I got back almost a month ago. But I wanted to film this video to show you what yarn I got when I was traveling to Asia. I went to some yarn stores in Seoul, oh no, it was actually Seoul and Busan. And I don't know, I feel like I've been failing at life recently. Not failing, we should not be too hard on ourselves, but it's just been, I don't know, I just feel really behind on life. I mean, I had a wonderful time when I was in Asia. I just feel like I was jet lagged for like literally a week when I got back. Thought I would never get out of it. And anyway, now I did so much when I was traveling. Got my eyelashes done, and they are definitely at the point where we are looking sparse, and I just need to figure out how to take them off. I thought I could last, but they're kind of driving me nuts. And then I also got my nails done, which you could see 2 of 10 here, because the other ones you should not do this. Don't listen to me. You should not do this. I pulled the other ones off, but I have 2 remaining. We're just kind of catching back up. It's taking us a really long time. But anyway, back to the yarn. Okay, how do we start? So the first yarn store that I stopped by was in Busan. Totally random. Like just arrived and then was walking to our destination and then found a yarn store, hopped in. The ladies there were super sweet, huge language barrier, but all good. They had so much stuff. They had like 2 stories. They were like wall to wall, crazy. No pictures from me, of course. I'm sorry. You'll just have to listen to my account of it. Okay, I kind of had a project in mind. I was gonna make something K-pop Demon Hunters. This looks like the cat, right? The color scheme for the cat. So I ended up getting 2 of the blue ones. This is fleece yarn, and do not judge how beat up these are. I had to stuff my suitcase full. It was just, yarn had to go wherever it could go. So this one is fleece yarn by a brand called Fogny or Nak Yang yarn. One of those, or both of those. Maybe one of those is the line, actually. Made in South Korea. What does it say? 100% polyester, 80 grams at 80 meters. I did a little bit flashback to when I used that type of yarn, remember, to make this when I was making the crochet kit, the poodle crochet kit. So a little bit of a flashback to this yarn. So I don't know if that was smart of me to buy another yarn that was like that after I had so much trouble. Okay, so I just got a cat. We're fostering her. We're gonna adopt her, and I was imagining making her like a hood full of K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't even know how that's gonna work. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna make something with these. Okay, someone farted and it freaking smelled. I have a suspicion on who it is. This guy. Not the new baby cats in the other room. Both dogs are in here. They're sleeping, so I don't disturb them. Even though they're sleeping and disturbed me, clearly right now. The small one, he's on a new diet because he has a heart problem, so we had to get him prescription food. I really think it's making the room stink up. All right, we're gonna power through it. Oh, I also got this from that store in Busan. Cheney, not like Dick Cheney. Cheney cotton, because the yarn is like chain, which I think will be very helpful for me not to have to like split the yarn, because that's freaking annoying. Look at this color scheme. I love it. Well, I love it because it's yellow, but I thought it could be really pretty. No idea what I'm gonna make with it, but I like kind of the ombre effects. You see how that gray and pink kind of overlap before it goes from pink to gray? You see that? I think it's really cool. Okay, obviously I know that you're waiting for me to say a certain store name, because anytime someone mentions going to Seoul and going to a yarn store, obviously they're going to mention Banul Story, right? I had been there before, so it was my second time in Seoul, and I had been to Banul Store before, and of course I stopped by again. I got a churro waffle this time. It was so good, along with the coffee, so good. I didn't end up buying anything though. It was just, I didn't need anything in particular. There's nothing that really caught my eye from that store. They have really good yarn, a huge variety. They have a lot of tools, a lot of ideas, a lot of patterns, a lot of finished products as well. I don't know. I just wasn't totally feeling it. And then I took an Uber, and I feel a little bit like, I don't know about guilty, but it was just easier. The fiscally responsible thing to do would have been to take public transportation, but I could not. I was short on time and I just couldn't be bothered to figure it out. So I went from Banul Story to another place called Samsam Knit. And okay, so this is in Korea if you haven't been before, or if you're wondering what somebody else does. I use a combination of Google Maps and Naver Maps, which could be more confusing at certain times. All that to say, on Google Maps, it's SomSom, SOM space knit. And I think on Naver Maps, it's SomSom.knit. So just so you're aware. Super cute store. It's like this little house. And I had a very embarrassing moment. To be self-defensive right now, oftentimes the doors in Korea will have a button that you push to open the door. This one, I saw a thing and I pushed it, the door did not open. It was a keypad for the lock. I did not realize. So anyway, I eventually made my way in. You just pull the door handle. And then the store is everything that it's hyped up to be on Google Maps. All the pictures are totally accurate. There's this huge wall. It actually was like a wall on the side of a wall of hand-dyed yarn. That's where this one immediately caught my eye. I had to get this one. I picked it up. I have no idea what I'm even gonna do with it. And it's very thin yarn. 100% merino wool. Oh, so I don't even think I can make a sock out of it. Or I shouldn't make a sock out of it, right? Oh, and they're on Instagram and YouTube, so check them out. This one is hand-dyed yarn, Onsil 317, Over the Rainbow is the colorway, totally apt. And then, oh, actually, oh, there's blue in here. Okay, let's take out the label for a second. Oh, this is even prettier without the label, oh my god. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, what should I do with it? Maybe I should have bought more. I think this was the only one left. So, do not tell me to make a shawl. I'm not a shawl person, but I am very excited to make something very pretty out of this. I'm definitely on the hunt for like one skein projects that are not shawls. Anyways, I'm gonna have to build up my project agenda. My booklet is over there, where I write my projects down. Okay, and then I also saw this on the wall. Oh my gosh, by the same brand, Onsil 317 hand-dyed yarn. This is Sweet Dream, a fine boucle, also 100% merino wool. Yes, I'm a sucker for hand-dyed yarns, but I've also been really loving and looking for interesting textured yarns. Man. Okay, we're gonna unwrap this one too. Okay, I feel like what we saw was quite accurate. This one, of course, it looks like it leans like pretty heavy on the pink, right? Which we don't mind. Look at that. I don't know what to do with boucle. Also, I almost just burned myself on my candle warmer while I was reaching over. All good, all good, all good. Worth it to show you. Look at this. Like, does this remind you of, I don't know, I'm thinking of like tropical animals or something. They kind of go together, yeah? Oh, I'm so excited. And then upon checking out, the person was very nice. And I had this experience a lot when I was in Korea. Actually, I have this experience a lot when I'm in Asian countries, except for Vietnam, where everybody, wherever I go, not that I've been to a million places, but when I go to Asia, the countries that I've been to in Asia, except for when I've been to Vietnam, they talk to me in their language. So the person at the counter is trying to ring up these items for me, and she's speaking to me in Korean, and I freak out. Oh no, I had it ready. I had my Google Translate ready. I had it ready. I was like, you know, ready. And I'm like, she sees me looking at this. Oh, my phone's dying. She sees me looking at my phone, and then she switches to English, which I'm so grateful for. Like, I do not expect that if I'm going into another person's, basically like their home, like if I'm going to another country, I'm not expecting them to speak my language. I need to be, you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming to them. But I was just very thankful that she was bilingual. Okay, here's what happened. She asked me in Korean and then in English if I double checked the length. So she was there to make sure that I had enough yarn, to make sure that I was happy with my purchase, which I think was so nice to be like, oh, did you like make sure that you had enough? I thought that was so nice. And then that's when, yeah, the language barrier came, and then she switched to English to accommodate me, which was more than nice. So yeah, so my experience with her in that store was really great. And then upon exit, I had another embarrassing moment. Same door, couldn't open it. I didn't push a button this time. I tried to slide it. I was saying bye to her while I was leaving because she was talking to me about the fact that, you know, I'm from the United States and I was visiting, and I'm like trying to slide the door open, and I couldn't slide the door open while I'm still talking to her, and she was like, oh yeah, just push it. Actually, I don't know what my problem is, because that's the second time I was in Korea and couldn't open a door. Okay, so I'm gonna link you to my other video where the first time I went to South Korea, and then I did Korea and Japan that time, and then I did a yarn haul, and then I filmed a video about it, showed everything. So, but there was that time that I had said, like, I had reached the storefront, which was on the 3rd floor or something, and I retreated, and I sadly told my husband that they're closed because I couldn't open the door, and I assumed they're closed. My husband comes up and he just like opens the door. I was trying to slide it. I don't know what my problem is of trying to slide Korean doors when they just need to be pushed or pulled. Anyway, I am lucky to be alive somehow. I don't know how I survived not being able to open doors. Okay, so then after I did this, my sister gave me a big recommendation to go to another place called, it's on the other side of the city, Cafe Moreno. And I know that Vinyl Story gets so much the hype when it comes to Korean like yarn cafes. Cafe Moreno deserves more hype. It's a beautiful store. It's on the other side though of Seoul. Like the Vinyl Story and Samsam are kind of on the west side of the city, and Cafe Moreno is more east and like a little bit south. I'm probably describing that to locals geographically wrong, but I'm just, when I see it and look on a map, that's how I view it, like Cafe Moreno and Vinyl Story on opposite sides. So Cafe Moreno, I got some food there. What did I get there? They were also very nice. Huge wall of yarn and everything. They have a lot of pastries. I got a strawberry latte. That's what I got from them. I'm addicted to strawberry lattes. Oh my god. Okay, so I wanted to order a butter toast. No, what was it? So I had wanted to order, I think I was like the first customer because I was ready. I was ready to go. I was very excited. Also, I had something later to do that afternoon. So I got up to the display and I was ready to order the honey butter toast and a strawberry latte. I'm like, honey butter toast, strawberry latte, honey butter toast, strawberry latte. And I get up to the cash register, the man taking my order, and I ended up saying honey butter latte. He was very confused. I busted up laughing, which I think confused him more. And I said honey butter toast and strawberry, and then he goes latte, and I said yes, thank you. I don't understand. You could hype yourself up and practice, and then when you get to the register and you talk to the person and you just say the wrong thing, honey butter. That being said, honey butter latte actually does sound pretty good. Anyway, that was really good, and more people walked in as I was there, and the chairs were super comfortable. Like, it was a great place to be, and really good alternative to Vinyl Story if you're on that side. I think they're both great. Then, okay, so that was it for the yarn stores in Korea. I had a whole list of yarn stores to go to when I was in Vietnam. Oh, and I mentioned earlier about how everybody in Asia, when I go to Asia, and I haven't been to that many places in Asia. I've been to like Korea, China, Vietnam. I've been to Indonesia. Did I say Japan? I've been there. So the whole reason I said that everybody thinks I'm them, except for when I go to Vietnam, the irony, because I am Vietnamese. So it's like really weird that everybody would think that I'm them, except for when I am them. Oh my god. And like we were in Vietnam, and I could speak a very, 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 very little bit. And I was at we were at a restaurant, and I had said something in Vietnamese, just like a little bit, and the waiter was like, oh, why do you speak Vietnamese? And I'm like, oh, I am Vietnamese. I mean, their English is way better than my Vietnamese, so we just stick to English, but it's just funny. Oh, okay, anyway, so when we were in Vietnam, we went to Hoi An, and then we went to Hanoi, and I had all of these stores marked around Hanoi, but we were only in Hanoi for like a day and a half, so we had zero time to go randomly shopping for yarn. We are definitely planning to go back, so if you have any recommendations for yarn stores anywhere in Asia, but I think primarily I'm probably targeting going back to Korea and going back to Vietnam. So if you have any recommendations for where we should go to in Vietnam whenever we make that trip next, please let me know and I will be sure to mark it down. Okay, I think that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any ideas, because I have yarn bundle projects. So let me know if you have any ideas. I'm going to link you to the other video that I made when I did Japan and Korea, that haul. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can see what I end up doing with this yarn. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.